Hey guys, have you ever heard of Google Jamboard? And did you know that you can use Google Jamboard for teaching ESL beginners? My name is Yeva and I'm an experienced ESL teacher coach, and the face behind Simply Yeva website and community. And today I will show you 3 ways how you can use Google Jamboard with your ESL beginners and get them engaged. You can practice listening, reading, speaking, and writing. And the best part is that it doesn't matter whether you're teaching exclusively online or in a hybrid setting. If you like this video, please like it and subscribe to my Simply Yeva ESL channel. And let's get started. So, what is Jamboard and where do you find it? So if you are a Google Suite user, first of all, you will go to this hamburger icon that is on the right-hand side of your screen. You will click on it and it has all these icons, and you will scroll down right to the icon of Jamboard. It is free and it is an interactive whiteboard. You click on it and there you are. Because I have several Jamboards prepared, you already see what I have here, but if you haven't used it before, this space will be empty. To create a Jamboard, or as they call it, new Jam, click the plus sign and voila, you are there. Now, from here, you can do several things. You can change your background into dots or into lines or into whatever you want, or have no background at all. You can use a pen to scribble or draw. You can also use the eraser if you don't want this. Arrows. You can do the sticky notes where you can write the text. Insert pictures, upload from your computer or from Google search, insert a shape right here, for example, a circle, text box, and also like the pointer. So these are the basic things. You can also name it at the top. You can clear the frame. These are the things that you can do with them. If you want to share it with your students, you click the share button. And when it pops up, you can change the link to anyone with the link. Make sure if you want the students to use it interactively, change it from the viewer into editor, because then they will be able to move all of the draggable pieces in your Jamboard. So this is just the basics of what you can do with Jamboard, how you can get started. And now I really would like you to I would like to share some of the activities that I have been doing with my students. So what is Jamboard good for? All right. So first of all, background building. When you think about it, there's so much information in any given content classroom that beginner English learners need to follow. And by building background and providing the necessary vocabulary, you are helping them across the curriculum even when you are not there. For example, here's a topic that I've been working on with a 5th grade English learner, and they are talking about Midwest and about prairies. They're getting ready to read a book. And while the book is likely going to be above his reading level, it is important for him to know a little bit of the geography of the United States, what a prairie is, because that is the word that will be repeated for the next few weeks, how it looks. So I wrote a simple question, what do you see? Found some pictures online. You can also move the pictures any which way, and created some sticky notes that the student can drag on to label the picture. Now, you also see text here, which we talked about creating sentences. So I would dictate the sentence, a prairie is flat, and the student can type it up. What color is the sky? The sky color is blue. The students can practice listening your dictation and type up the text right in the Jamboard, or you can provide sentence frames for them to work with. Here's another picture in the same vein. It's also about a prairie. Now, the next thing that you can do, you can compare and contrast, which I took families from long ago, transportation. Again, the students can drag the sticky notes, or if they are working with a partner or if they're higher level, they can come up with their own words. And you can also do compare and contrast the families, the modes of transportation, maybe the prairie with the desert. It's totally up to you. So depending on what you are learning, this is a great tool for students to work on and for you to see that they are engaged. Now, think about a topic that you are currently working on with your ESL students and what kind of Google Jamboard activity could you create for them? I would love to hear from you. Share that in the comments. Tip number 2, or activity number 2, is vocabulary review. This one can be done with several students at a time. And this one was done with students in 7th grade. The class was entirely online, and the students already learned new vocabulary words in the previous lesson. And today we're practicing those words in Google Jamboard. So what you can do here, I have 2 boards, or you can do 3, depends on however many students there are. And the instruction is, for each student, you assign a board, ask them to write their name on here. And then the instruction is that they have to drag the definition. So I had definitions all down here. Okay. They can drag the definitions, and then they use a text box feature to write a sentence using the word. So the students are engaged. Obviously, when you are using it for the first time, you're going to have to give them the words of text box and drag and the appropriate word. But these are things that you can do it in your own time. But for vocabulary review, this is really great. You can also provide sentence frames for your ESL beginners. That really gets them going and allows them to use the vocabulary at its best. So this would be, you can create, I didn't create anything for this one. And finally, I have the third activity, which is checking in with the classroom, the social emotional learning. So every Monday, you could have take a minute Monday, for example, and take a minute and write. Here are a couple of questions. This was for high school students. And what is one thing that motivates you this week? So absolute beginner can write one word. What is one thing that you enjoyed this weekend? Again, absolute beginners can write one words. You can provide word banks. This one was done with higher level students. So I have sentence frames, and they can then use the language that they have to share. And also, you can check in with your students. How are you feeling today? Thumbs up, thumbs down, or at the end of the lesson, this could be as an exit ticket. An exit ticket, which would be drag the sticky notes. Let's say I learned today the word settlement. Okay, and then you drag it to the place where you feel like you're very comfortable. You can also drag it where you're not entirely sure, or I need more practice. So this is a versatile tool, as you see, and this 3 activities, turned almost into 4 activities, but you can easily assign it in your Google Classroom. Just remember to make it editable, and you can adapt it to your needs. And I find this is one of the more intuitive tools to use for students who maybe are newer to technology. So for more ideas on how to teach ESL beginners and for newcomer resources, as well as a detailed blog post about how to use Jamboard for ESL beginners, visit my website, simplyyeva.com. I have included the link right underneath this video. Again, if you liked it, please like it and subscribe it, and don't forget to share. Thank you for watching. Until next time.